So I want to talk to you guys about like the money in the music world, and I'm no expert, and this is just purely based on my opinion. So I don't want to read all these comments and be like, yo, you know, what are you talking about? Like, it's purely opinion based. I'd be quick to say you want to play a show for money, or you want to play a performance or a gig or whatever for money. But at the same time, you know, you want to look at what it is and like how it's going to directly benefit you and your career for like whatever you're aiming for, and just kind of see like if it's a gig at Jazz and Lincoln Center and they're not going to pay you, like, but you're going to play, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to play that show or that gig or whatever, because it's a big deal, you know? So just look at things like that. Just because something pays really, really well doesn't mean it's a great opportunity, you know? It doesn't mean it's gonna help your career. Just because a show or a gig pays really poorly doesn't mean that it's not, you know, something that's gonna help your overall career. So I'm actually playing a show tonight and I'm not really getting paid, but the exposure is gonna be great, I think, and I think the vibe's gonna be really, really cool. So yeah, I'm all there, you know what I mean? I'm all for it. There are a bunch of ways to make money in the music industry, especially now in like 2019, and just in this generation, like since the internet and now with all the technology and all the resources, like there's so many opportunities to make money in the music world. And I think money is kind of like a myth, you know what I mean? Like I think money is something that gets in the way of kind of like what we can achieve. We put money on this pedestal, like money is like the most important thing. And I know you gotta eat, and I know you gotta pay your bills, I know you got the rent, and I know you got all these things. And yeah, and maybe you have to pick up a job on the side, or maybe you have to do something else in order to keep your pockets like filled a little bit, right? I'm speaking to a lot of different people. A lot of people are doing different things. So this isn't just for like trombone players, or this isn't even just for like instrumentalists. This is for like vocalists, rappers, all creatives, right? But it really depends on what direction you're going in. I mean, you could be a freelancer. You could take every single gig that comes your way, playing all different styles of music, playing at all different places, playing all different venues, playing with all different artists, groups, all different genres. Like you could be like that. Like one weekend you're playing a wedding, and the next weekend you're doing salsa stuff, and the next weekend you're playing a rock gig, and the next weekend, like that's cool, you know? Everyone has their things that they want to do. Or you could do more of like a frontman type of thing, where you want to be your own leader of whether it's like your own group or your own project, or just like your own brand, or like your own artist. And then there's other opportunities too, whether it's just like being a key member in a band, or doing something like going on tour with a band, being a studio musician. All those things are great, but whatever it is you're doing, just make sure that you understand that the money will come over time, not overnight. You know what I mean? Like over time, the money will come. But don't just be all caught up in just trying to make a quick buck. Think long term, don't think short term. You know, I'm no expert. You know, I've played a fair amount of gigs and shows and things, and I've done a decent amount of things, but I don't have a lot of experience playing with, you know, certain groups, touring around the world and things like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't have that kind of experience yet. So this is really just opinion based. But I do know a little bit about getting exposure and trying to really make the best of opportunities. Investing the time into the art and waiting, and then knowing that the money will follow, because it will. You know, I think if you're confident in what you're doing, if you're doing a good job, if you're really, really, you know, seeking opportunities, and you're really going above and beyond to like work hard and get your shit out there and give it your all, the money will come. I mean, I think to sit around though and be worrying about the money, like maybe this isn't for you. You know, if you want to make like a quick buck, if it's just all about making money, then go get a job that literally puts you in a financial place where you won't have to worry about money ever, like being a lawyer. But music, it is a lot harder to be making a living off of music. It just is right now. But I will say that we're in the best era. I always tell myself this, and it's just like, if you want more, do more. Like, it sounds super fucking cliche, but it's so true. If you do more, or if you put yourself in a situation where you can get more opportunities, then like the opportunities are gonna come. If someone hits you up to play a show or something, and they're saying that they're not gonna pay you, right? Now, some people would just pass it up and be like, you know what, I'm not getting paid, so why am I gonna play, right? It's my time, it's my effort, you know, is the opportunity there? Like, you know what, I'm just not gonna play. What you could do is you could say, look, this gig may not be paid, but whoever hired me for it, or whoever asked me to play it, let me reach out to them and see if they can like compensate in another way. Maybe like if it's a ride, if they give you a ride to the thing so you don't have to pay for transportation. Maybe if it's like they pay for your food or something for the night. Or even something that's cooler that I like to do a lot too is just like try to network there, try to meet some people, and you know, you never know. You play well too. There's some people there. You just never know. That's the one thing about playing live, is that you never know who's watching. You never know who's gonna be there. That's why you always want to be prepared. You always want to look your best. You always want to play your best. And that's just like something to live by, man. Go out and play. Like, if you're not doing anything, there's no reason to just sit at home and not go. It doesn't make any sense. And look, I'm not gonna go and be like, oh, if you go, you're gonna meet someone who's gonna put you on a record label, or someone's gonna sign you. Like, I'm not saying that. Or in the music world, or you go and someone's gonna ask you to tour with Beyonce. Like, you know, those are extreme, rare situations, right? But who knows? You go, you meet someone really unique, you meet someone really cool, you meet someone who could be a great friend or a great mentor or a great connection for the future. Like, you never know. So just go play that gig. Go play that show. You know, if you're not doing anything. And a lot of times people get torn between like 2 gigs or 2 shows. They'll have one show one night, but then they'll get called to do something else. And when you're in that situation, what I would do is, first of all, whatever gig number 1 is, or show number 1 is, you don't want to leave those people hanging. And if it's like a residency or it's something that you do every week or whatever, you don't want to like leave them off the hook and be like, oh, you know, I have another gig, so I can't make it or whatever. Look at the situation though. Always look at the situation. Always do whatever you think is gonna not only just benefit you, but do whatever you think is the best situation for you. I've had that situation happen where I had 2 gigs and I ended up going to the one that paid less, but the opportunity was bigger. See, that's the thing, is like, don't be fooled by the money, man. A quick $100, just because something pays, you know, $500 and another one pays $100, that doesn't mean that the $500 one is more valuable. The $100 one may get you into a situation where you're making more and more and more. So like, don't just look at it as like, oh, this $500 gig is the one I gotta go to because it's $500. You know, $500 is cool for like a month. And once you use that money, then it's like you're in the same situation you were in before. You know, I'm not a big fan of this is just me, by the way. This is totally my opinion. But look for the opportunity. Don't be fooled by the quick cash. But if you're a freelancer, then the cash thing is probably what you're going for. You want to play the most gigs and make the most money doing all different things. So in that case, then you would look for the money. But I think if you're doing something for a brand or as like your own kind of artist, or if you're just trying to build your overall brand and make connections and really get into like the core of the music world, man, don't worry about the quick cash, man. Take the gig, take the opportunity, take the experience. Just have fun and just go out and play. Like, that's what it's all about. If you love playing, it should never be like a tough thing, or it should never be something that is a drag for you. You should just love to do it. You should just want to go and play and get better, and learn. And it shouldn't matter what people hit you up to do. The fact that someone's hitting you up and wants you to come and play with them, or go and play at a certain place or whatever, or go and record at the studio, or go and do something like that, that's a really unique thing, man. And like, you have people that are reaching out to you, asking you to play places, man. Utilize that opportunity, man. That's a great thing, you know. And with that, your connections and your networking will just expand. And with that, man, you'll do some really big things. So one more time, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Every Tuesday and every Friday, I will see you guys in the next video.